Welcome to Art-Inspired Yoga at the Barry Art Museum. My name is Leah of Rise and Shine. This flow we're highlighting Jennifer Angus's Floriography, a mixed media piece including various insects, glass domes, dried and fabric orchids, and pins. In this piece, Canadian-American artist Jennifer Angus takes a three-dimensional approach to Victorian wallpaper, exploring the relationship between orchids and their vast and various pollinators, such as bees, hummingbirds, moths, wasps, and fungi. If you're interested in programming such as this, look into becoming a member of the Barry Art Museum. We'd love to have you. Welcome to the yoga portion of Art-Inspired Yoga. Here we have Jennifer Angus's Floriography in all its glory. Come by and check out the new orchids exhibit at the Barry Art Museum. It's definitely a wonderful experience. Go ahead now and get seated comfortably on your mat. Root down through your sits bones. Relax your shoulder blades down. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder, gently warming up our neck. Just circle your neck and head back and forth, eventually coming down to center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands together. Let them meet at your heart center. Again, inhale, looking up to the ceiling with arms overhead. On your exhale, bring your hands back down to your heart. Inhale, arms and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. You can keep your hands there or place one hand on your heart and your belly. Take a few breaths in here. Clear some space for our practice ahead. And just let yourself be in the moment. Gently release your hands. Come onto all fours now for tabletop. You can always make fists with your hands if you want to relieve some pressure on your wrists. Move through some cat-cows here, dropping your belly for cow, arching your back for cat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest up for cow. Exhale, round your spine for cat. Go through some organic movements here. Maybe a few barrel rolls to one side, balancing out to the other. Do whatever feels best as you warm up your spine in the beginning of class here. Now to warm up our core, extend your left leg behind you, nice and balanced. If that feels good, lift your right hand off the mat. So left foot, right arm are extended out. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, and stretch again. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, stretch out, kind of feeling that fire in our belly. Gently now bring your left leg and your right hand back to the mat. Same thing, other side now. Extend your right leg out behind you. Toes can be flexed or pointed. When that feels good, extend your left hand out. Exhale your right knee to left elbow. Stretch your arm and foot away from each other. Bring your knee to elbow and extend nice and long. One more time here, elbow to knee. Nice. Come back to tabletop, tuck your toes under. Use your hands to walk yourself back up. Warming up our feet here, stretching out our arches. Inhale, arms overhead. Gently tug back now on your fingertips, warming up your wrists. Other hand, a gentle tug back, a nice wrist and forearm stretch here. Good. Stretch out your wrists and forearms, some wrist circles. Circle the other way, making sure to always balance on both sides. Come on back to tabletop, untucking your toes. Swing your legs out in front of you now. You want to move forward to give yourself some space to lay down gently, nice and controlled, lower down. Let your back rest on the mat. Hands come behind your head. Walk your soles of your feet in together and bring your soles to touch, coming to Supta Baddha Konasana. So this pose is a reclined butterfly pose. Our entire flow, we're going to be thinking of and channeling all the different pollinators that come to orchids. Right now, we're butterflies. Breathe in. Again, recenter yourself. Our spine is warmed up a little bit more. We've generated some heat. Let's keep flowing. Bring your knees to close. Right knee comes into your chest. Circle your ankle. Let your left leg come out extended in front of you. Feeling that nice warm up in your hip flexor here. Tee out your arms now. Gentle twist. Bring both knees over to the left side. You can look up at the ceiling, or if you like, you can look across your right shoulder. You can even use your left arm to bring your left knee closer to the mat for a deeper stretch. Cactus your arms out if you like. Bring your knees back to center. Both soles come to touch. Now hug your left knee into your chest. Left ankle circles here, right leg's extended out long. Be sure to keep breathing. Nice. I like to lower my left foot on top of my right knee. Gently twist both knees over to the right now, feeling a nice twist in our back. You can always gently push your right knee down closer to the mat with your right hand if you like. Cactus your arms or tee them out to the side, whatever feels best for you. Gently now bring your knees back to center. Hug both knees tightly into the chest, rock side to side, massaging our lower back. Enjoy this twist here, this gentle twisting, rocking. Let one arm come out, roll gently onto one side, or if you like, rock up and down your spine this time, building enough momentum to come back up to seated. Whatever way you chose, we'll meet here seated. Come on back here to tabletop now. Same thing, wrists are stacked under our shoulders and elbows, knees are under our hips. A few more cat-cows at your own pace. Tuck your toes under now. Lift your knees up about an inch off the ground. And exhale, shoot your hips up for our first down dog of class. Bend your knees deeply, pedal through your down dog. Warm up those hamstrings. See what feels best in terms of the distance. Pushing through our palms, bending our knees. Don't worry if your heels don't quite meet the mat just yet. We're building up on our flexibility. Nice. Inhale now, right leg comes up, three-legged dog. Keep your hips square to the mat. Exhale, right knee to nose. And again, exhale, lift your heel up, knee to nose again. One more time, bring your leg up to the sky and exhale, right knee to nose. This time, step your right foot through. Gently rock back and forth now in this runner's lunge. Feeling your hip opener. Find some stillness now. And exhale, release your left knee to the mat, untuck your left toes, lift up, low crescent lunge. Bring your hands to heart center here. Deep breath in here and exhale, twist over to your right side. Your arms can be open like you're embracing someone, or you can keep your hands at heart center and hook your elbow on the outside of your right knee. Keep your chest lifted, feeling as if it's an upward dog sensation. Release the tension in your jaw. Keep breathing. Nice and strong and stable. Lift up, untwist, come back to center. Arms come up, low crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your palms. Shift back to half split. Keep your right foot flexed. You can have a soft bend in your right knee if that feels better for you. We always want to keep our right toes flexed. That helps protect our knee joint. Feel that growth and that stretch in your right hamstring. Breathe in and exhale. Rebend into your right knee. Lift your left foot off the ground. Twist your right hand up to the sky. Left hand is planted. Arms can come up and down, framing your right foot again. Bend your left knee deeply now. Hop forward about a foot or two for pyramid pose. Feel free to keep a slight bend in your front knee, or once it feels better, straighten it out. Let your head hang heavy, feeling a nice stretch here in our hamstrings. Rebend both knees. Let your left leg meet your right in forward fold. Hang heavy here. Grab opposite elbows if you like. Ragdoll, rocking side to side. You can let your hands go as well, painting rainbows from side to side of your mat. Let your weight be in the balls of your feet. Nod your head yes. Feel that nice release. Inhale here, halfway lift, keeping a flat back as if a string is being pulled from the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply here now. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Head's the last thing up. We're here. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Shift your hips up, downward facing dog. Getting set for three-legged dog on the left side now. Inhale, lead with your left heel. Lift up as high as you can. Exhale, left knee to nose. Shoot your leg back up. Bring your knee into center. Leg comes up again, three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee to nose. Step your left foot through. Rock back and forth gently on this runner's lunge. Warming up our hip flexor here. Doing some hip openings, gentle hip openings. Eventually, rest your right knee to the mat, untuck your right toes. Lift up, your arms can be up high to the sky or at your hips or your quadriceps. Keep the strong bend in your left knee here. Inhale and twist over your left shoulder. Hands can be at your heart center, or use your hands to rest down, almost twisting you a little further, or keep your arms nice and open like you're about to hug someone. Whatever option you choose, make sure you're twisting from your core, whether your arms are open or you're hooking your elbow on the outside of your left knee. Chest is still lifted. Deep breath in here. And exhale, come out of the twist. Arms come overhead. Plant your palms, shift back to half split. I like to shimmy my foot forward a little bit. My left toes are flexed. I have a slight bend in my left knee. Gently lower your chest down closer to your shin, doing your best to keep a flat back here, hinging forward from your hips. Always an option to use blocks here if you like. Keep breathing, allowing yourself to surrender more and more to this pose. Carefully rebend into your left knee, tuck your right toes under. Plant your right hand, twist open to the left. Arms come up to the ceiling, shaking someone's hand behind you, and come back to frame your left foot. Bend your right knee, hop forward about a foot or two, meeting in pyramid pose on this side. Our toes are facing forward. Your legs can be slightly bent if that's what's best for you, or a little straighter, feeling a nice stretch in our hamstrings. Bend both knees, then let your right foot come to meet your front foot. Lift your arms up and torso up, meeting in chair. Let your hands come to your heart center. Weight is in your heels. Lift up now, mountain pose. Fingertips are pointing down. Recollect your breath. Recenter yourself. Good. Go ahead and gently twist side to side, loosening up, bouncing side to side, kind of imagining the flitterings and flurries around of all those different pollinators. Inhale, arms overhead, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Shift our hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot comes up now. Three-legged dog, stack your hips. Bend your right knee, feel that nice opening in our hips. Now re-square your hips. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step your right foot through. Hands are framing your right foot. Lower your left knee, untuck your left toes. Lift up, low crescent lunge. We've been here before. See how this feels the second time around? Now this time, turn to the wide side of your mat. Your left foot comes behind. Use your right hand, pushing gently on your leg to encourage it to go outward more. Reach over, stretch along your left side. Now straighten your right foot, toes come forward. Reach over towards your right side, feeling the stretch along your left side body. Come back to neutral. Sit back down now, bring your hips towards your left heel. Rest down as if you're in a child's pose, but your right leg's extended out. Come back up to kneeling. Breathe, bend into your right knee. Feeling a nice hip opener. And return back to your crescent lunge. Plant your palms down. Tuck your left toe under, left knee off the ground. Rocking back and forward on this runner's lunge. Good. Eventually, gain a little momentum. Step your left foot to meet your right and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Release into forward fold. Inhale, lift up, chair pose. Chair pose number 2 of this class. Again, weights in your heels, biceps are by your ears. Bring your hands to heart center. Engage your core even in the squat. And lift up, let go. Inhale, arms overhead, extended mountain pose, fall through, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Shift up, downward facing dog. Getting ready for the left side now. Inhale, left leg comes up. Stack your hips, point your left foot. Bend your left knee, allowing your hip flexors to stretch a little bit more open. Re-square your hips and flex your foot. Left knee to nose, step your left foot through. Gently rock back and forth, eventually lowering your right knee, untuck your right toes, lift up low crescent lunge. Strong rooting through your left foot. Chest is nice and lifted. Inhale here, hands on your hips. Now turn towards the side of your mat. Your right knee just does a little pivot. You can use your hand to gently push outward on your left bent knee, feeling a nice opening on your hip. Straighten out your left leg now, toes face forward. Reach over towards your left side with your right hand, feeling a nice stretch along your side body. Come back to neutral, stretch the other way. Enjoying that nice stretching sensation along the side. Exhale, rest your chest down, send your hips back towards your right heel. Left leg is still long to the side. Use your hands to push up. Rebend into your left knee. Sitting up nice and tall here. And then turn yourself back towards the front of your mat. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee up. Step your right foot to meet your left and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, arms come overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Regain your grounding here again. Shimmy out a little bit. I'm going to turn now to the side of our mat. All right. You want to plant your left foot down ever so gently. Now hug your right knee into your chest. We did this on the ground before. Now we're doing this standing and for some balance. Inhale here. Be sure to stand up tall. Good. All right. Release that knee. Let's try that on the other side now. Plant through your right foot. Hug your left knee into your chest. Really just doing your best to find your center here and relax. Let that knee go. You can always hold on to a chair or wall if you feel better with that. You want to try more balance practice. Cross your right ankle over your left quad. Hands come to heart center. Gently bend into your left leg. Feeling a nice stretch along your right outer thigh. Keep your balance here. Chest is still lifted even though you hinge down a bit from your hips. Thinking tall while being bent, yet rooted through your foot. Keep your right foot flexed and lift up, straighten out your supporting leg. Shake it out, shake it out. Nice balance practice there. Same thing other side. Hug your left knee into your chest. Now bring your left ankle over your right quadricep, hands to your heart center. Bend into your right knee. Still rooted through your right foot. You can always grow your branches. That means extending your arms out, or keep your hands at heart center, or hands on your hips, wherever feels best for you. You can even bind them behind your back. Do your best to keep your left foot flexed at all times. That helps protect your knee joint. Chest is lifted. Good. Straighten through your right leg. Shake it out. Good job, y'all. We got some balance in. Let's keep going. All right, take a wide stance. Take up space on your mat. A couple of pliés or gentle squats here. Still staying tall through our spine, bending through our knees, weighted through our heels. We're here in a deep goddess squat. You can look over your hands. Keep your hands at heart center. Weight is in your heels. You should be able to tap your toes. Staying rooted through the heels here. Sink a little lower in that squat. Inhale, star pose. Now turn your right toes to be your front foot, so left toes are turning to be parallel with the sides of your mat. Strong bend, warrior two here. Rooted through the pinky edge of your left foot, strong bend in your right front knee. Now come up to reverse warrior. Look up at your top hand, feeling that nice stretch along your side body. Come back to warrior two, arms are nice and straight. Straighten your right knee, turn your right toes now to the side of your mat. We have a wide-legged forward fold. Hands can be under your shoulders. See how close you can bring the top of your head to the mat. As always, feel free to play with your hand positions. You can make a bind behind your back. You can grab your big toes. You can keep your hands on the mat, wherever. Also, feel free to keep a nice bend in your knees here. Do what feels best for your body. Eventually, bring your hands back to the mat under you. Push up, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Hands on your hips, engage your core and your legs. Come back up with a flat back. Turn your left toes now to be the front leg. Strong bend in your left knee. Rooted through your right pinky edge of your foot. Warrior two, strong arms, gaze over your left hand here. Nice and tall. Strongly rooted through your feet. Inhale, flip your left palm up to the sky, reverse warrior. Through all this, our core is engaged. Nice. Come back to warrior two. Arms are nice and parallel to the ground. One strong line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes towards the side of your mat. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. You can clasp your hands together and rest your forearms down if that is there for you today. You can also use your blocks here to bring the ground up to you. See what feels best. Play with this. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, gently heel toe your feet in closer, a little wider than hip distance apart, and bend your knees, bring your hips down to the ground. We have a wide, deep yoga squat here. Hands are at heart center, doing our best to keep our chest lifted, and our elbows can help keep our knees open. Eventually come out of the squat, let your hands help you. Heel toe your feet back together, and we're here in forward fold. Paint those rainbows again, gently rocking side to side. Bend your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time, head's the last thing up. Nice. Come on back to your original orientation of your mat, the traditional front of your mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lift your right knee up again, a little balanced posture here. If that feels good, hold it. For more challenge, bring your right heel behind you, lower your chest down, warrior three. You can use your blocks, you can hold onto a chair or wall, or try your balance here. Make your body into one big T. I like to keep my feet flexed. You can also point your toes. Core is engaged. Good. Straighten back out. Bring your right knee up again and release. Good job, y'all. Let's try that warrior three on the other side now. Root through your right leg. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your left knee up to your chest, strongly rooted through your left foot. Keep hugging that knee, or if you like, send your left heel back behind you as you lower your torso down to the ground. Each side's going to be different. If this feels good, extend your arms out in front of you. Ooh, if you lose your balance, you can always catch yourself again. Always, you can keep your hands at heart center, use blocks underneath you to rest your hands on. Hold on to the wall, hold on to a chair, or hold on to yourself, yeah? All right. Come back out of that warrior three. Shake it out. Nice job, y'all. Warrior three always makes me feel like I'm flying, and I just keep thinking about all those pollinators and the orchids. Hands come overhead. Let your hands come down all the way now. Come down. It's like you're a little ball. And roll back onto your back. Slowly, with control, bring your back to the mat. Knees into your chest. Arms are teed out. Exhale, both knees now stacked on top of each other this time. Lower them to the left as you look over to the right for a final spinal twist. We're starting our cool down here. Bring your knees back to center. Inhale and exhale, both knees now to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Do your best to keep your right and left shoulder down on the ground this whole time. Inhale, knees back to center. Now hug your knees in, maybe behind your hamstrings, and straighten your legs out, pointing and flexing your feet. This is a nice restorative pose. You can rest your feet along the wall, or just like we're doing here, point and flex your toes up straight into the sky. Rest your hands on your belly now, finding your grounding again. All of our movements had an element of flight in them from Warrior 3, and all of our lunges, imagining being those little pollinators, whether they're bees or butterflies, what have you, fluttering around from orchid to orchid. Now we're here in Happy Baby. Grab the sole of your feet or your hamstrings, gently pull down with your hands, feeling a nice release in your lower back. Gently rock side to side. Play with this. You can try to straighten one leg after the other, or just enjoy this Happy Baby. Eventually let go. Let your soles of your feet come to touch. Come back to this butterfly pose, this reclined butterfly. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Soles of your feet touching. Knees open to the side. This is a good place to place blocks as well on the outsides of your thighs if you want a little more support. Rest your hands. Elongate your legs out. We're here in Shavasana now. Keep breathing. Enjoy this moment of stillness as best you can. You've all done great work in this yoga flow. Keep breathing. I'll lead us out of this resting pose momentarily here. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, growing the motion to circles. Reach overhead and stretch, stretch, stretch. Feeling a nice lengthening sensation. Bend one knee, whichever one, roll over to that side. Gently push up now, coming back to seated. Same thing in the beginning of class. Roll your neck out, bringing one ear to one shoulder, gently relaxing our neck. Inhale, arms overhead, hands meet at heart center. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Check in with yourself. Thank you so much for joining in this practice today. Really, please do come out and see this beautiful art exhibit. Thank you so much. Namaste. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.